and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anya and this is my combined April and May empties. And you might think, but May was almost an entire month ago. Yes, that is true. I've been sick. Again, it's kind of a recurring theme. I feel like I'm trying my hardest right now to keep my head above water, because every time I want to do something, one of my symptoms flare up and I have to work really hard just to get back to baseline, which for me is trying to feed myself and get through the day most days recently. I've started physical therapy. I don't know if I've actually said that. It might have been that long ago since I've done a video-ish. I think I might have mentioned it. And it's going surprisingly well. It's not very hard work yet because my body is weak and not good at very basic things such as like standing and walking. We've been doing some small activities and just a lot of basic stuff, how to stand correctly, you know, equal weights on the feet, and I have a tendency to lean back and lock my knees so they are slightly pushed backwards, which isn't good because it puts a lot of strain on the knees, so I've been trying to avoid doing that. I've also tried to walk with my toes not pointing in towards each other because they have a tendency to do that, especially when I'm in pain. But it's been going well and I think I might actually have noticed some small changes, which says a lot because I've only been going to physical therapy for a few weeks. I am happy with that, but it's a challenge and it takes work to incorporate it into my routine, you know, to do the exercises at home, because otherwise I'm not actually going to notice much of a difference. We also work a lot about tension because my body is very tense in not the right spots at the right situations, excuse me, and that just comes from years of pain and not sitting in the correct positions, not walking in the right positions, putting a lot of strain on joints and muscle groups that aren't supposed to be used for certain things. I am getting somewhere and I know it's going to take time, but I am committed to it, which is good. Sadly, that has meant that I haven't been able to film as many videos as I wanted to, and this one was one I wanted to film a month ago. I have videos planned, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna, when things sort of even out, which I am expecting to take a few more weeks with me finding a new routine with the physical therapy and everything, I'm expecting it to sort of even out a little bit over the coming weeks, and I will hopefully be able to film more then and have a little bit more residual energy. But things are moving forward and it's about time, to be frank. One of the things the physical therapist asked me once he found out how long I've been sick has been why haven't someone contacted me earlier, and the real answer to that is because nobody fucking believed I was sick until about a year and a half ago. So I've been essentially effing up my body for years without anyone telling me to stop. But health rant aside, let's talk about some empty products. Both April and May have been slow months in terms of product usage. In April I finished 11 and in May I finished 14, so it's not as many as I want considering in March I finished like 30. I'm excited to see progress and, you know, notice parts of my collection shrinking, which is needed very much, but it's not going as quickly as I had hoped. I finished another bag of wet wipes. These are just probably the cheapest ones I could find at the store at the time, but they all do the job and they're great for when you can't shower or when you need to remove makeup swatches. I have two Lush empty bags. I finished a candy cane, which was a Christmas one, as well as the Butter Bear. Both of them are Christmas ones and I really do enjoy these. I have been really into Lush bath bombs and bubble bits and stuff for when I take a bath, which isn't very often because my body hates everything about it pretty much. My mind loves it though, so I'm trying to find a compromise. But I've been enjoying those to add a little bit of, I don't know, fun to a situation that isn't that much fun. And I also find that they help my body, because my body skin is very dry, and especially candy cane, as well as one other one that I've repurchased called Milky Bath, I think. They're great for my dry skin. I added a little bit of it into the water and it lasts a while. Like, these were both bought in like November or December last year, so I've used them and I really enjoy them. They help keep my skin moisturized, and my skin hasn't reacted badly to them. They tend to react negatively to soap sometimes, and although this isn't strictly speaking soap, my body hates everything, but it's been going decently well. I finished off a shampoo. This is the Paul Mitchell Colour Care Colour Protect shampoo. I use both this and the conditioner, and I really enjoy them to keep the colour fresh and good in my hair. I have nearly finished the conditioner from the day I'm filming this, which is middle of June, I can't remember the date. And I have purchased a giant bottle of both the shampoo and the conditioner. They're really great and they work really well. The conditioner I have to be careful with not to leave in my hair for too long because it does make my hair greasy, but they've been amazing at keeping the colour looking nice and vibrant even when it's been weeks since the last dye, and I really enjoy how they work. I finished off a lash moisturiser. This is Skin Drink, and this one I bought along with Celestial last year in bed again, and it was okay. I liked it a decent amount, but I preferred Celestial, so that was just the one I ended up repurchasing. But it's not bad, and I think if you have dry skin and sensitive skin it might work. But Lush is pretty good at giving out samples, and you can sample things if you are curious how your skin is going to react. This is the Ole Henriksen Transform Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturiser. Too many words. I hated this. I got this in a set that I bought last year, the year before, something like that. And this has just never been good enough on my skin. It's been too thin, so it has not been enough moisture at all, even when my skin has been a bit oily. And I find that this hasn't reacted very well with a lot of my other skincare. It tends to pill up on my skin, this as well as serum I'm trying to finish that I also don't enjoy. But they tend to pill on my skin, they don't layer well, which is the only way I can use them. So I was able to get this to work by layering it underneath a face oil during the evening, but I had to be careful when applying the oil because it had still a tendency to just pill and ball off my face. I have another Ole Henriksen product here. This is the Truth Serum. This is the big bottle. This is the 30ml, 1 fluid ounce. And this was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it when I first got it and tried it a year ago, a year and a half maybe. After having used up a small size for this as well as this bigger size, I don't hate it, and I was considering repurchasing it because I like how it feels on my skin, but I don't know that it actually did something to my skin, and it's a very expensive serum to only purchase because you like the feel of it. Since I have actually stopped using this, my skin hasn't been doing great, and I am thinking that might actually have something to do with this product. So I am considering repurchasing this when the current vitamin C serum that I'm using runs out. I decided to try the Body Shop's Vitamin C Skin Boost, I think it's called. I don't really like that. It doesn't work for my skin, so I'm just trying to pan that as well. But I picked up the Coraz Vitamin C Serum, and I'm hoping that's going to be good. And then I'm going to see if I like the Coraz one, I'm going to keep purchasing and using that one. If I don't, then there's a chance I'm going to go back to this one to see if this actually makes a difference, because my skin has been breaking out pretty much non-stop since I stopped using this. And I'm seeing a bit of a correlation. Of course, correlation does not equal causation, so I'm going to try the Coraz one, see how my skin reacts, and if it enjoys it I'm gonna keep using the Coraz one because it is about half the price. But it was fine, but it's just very expensive. I finished a pack of the Makeup Mecca cleansing cloths with aloe vera. These are their makeup wipes. These are okay. They're kind of a step up from the wet wipes and not quite as good as my favourite Simple Micellar ones, but they are pretty decent and I would consider repurchasing them, except I don't think they make them anymore, but I liked them. I did a decent chunk of masking In April and May, I think I used 2 masks each month. I used the Dr.jart Soothing Hydro Solution. I liked this one a lot. I used up the OK Bubble Sheet Mask. It was okay. It's one of those sheet masks that bubble when you put it on your face. And it wasn't perfect. Some of the parts didn't actually bubble up, but it was fun. And then I used up the Makeup Mecca Prep Party Lift and Firm mask. This was also pretty good. And the OK Snail Sheet Mask. This was also okay. I quite like sheet masks, and I find that a lot of the serums my skin enjoys. However, I don't know whether it actually does something for my skin in the long term. I'm going to keep using the ones that I have, and then I'm going to see if I want to continue purchasing them, because I currently have quite a lot and I do enjoy them, but I haven't been able to use them as much this year as I've wanted to, along with other face masks, because I have too many. But I have a couple that I do really enjoy that I might repurchase and use every few weeks, every week maybe. That's the goal. I'm not there yet. But the masks were fine. I don't think I would repurchase any other than the Makeup Mecca one. The Dr. Jart one was probably the best, but it's also the priciest, and it's a bit too pricey for me. Finished. What's there doing? I finished an eye cream. I finished up my number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Eye Cream. There is still product in the tube, and I could cut up the tube and scrape it out. I don't care. But I love this eye cream a lot, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. It was really good. Currently using one I'm not that fond of, and I might go back to this one once it's done, but I have another one that I want to try at first that is lots cheaper. That is like an 1/8 of the price of this, because I know my number 7 is quite expensive, but it's also really good. But I like this, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. I finished up a serum. This is the Body Shop Drops of Youth Concentrate, and I have mixed feelings about this one, because when I actively decided I was going to finish this as quickly as possible, I didn't like it. It has a tendency to pill on my skin, it doesn't stay on, and I like the texture of it, but it just doesn't work with my other skincare. Then I found a way to use it with my other skincare that I have now forgotten, but I think it was with another moisturiser, and it worked beautifully. And again, I'm kind of in the same situation with this product as I am with the Only Henriksen Truth Serum. Did it do anything, or did it just feel nice going on? Because this is also a very expensive product. I'm not sure if I want to spend the money that this costs to test to see if it works, because I didn't notice any big changes. Now, of course, this could have been the thing that kept my skin from not breaking out instead of the Only Henriksen Truth Serum. I don't actually know, but I have used this in the past and not liked it. And I don't think my sort of one shot where I got it right and where it worked and looked gorgeous is going to be enough for me to repurchase, at least not this full size. I might end up picking it up in a smaller size at some point to see, but for now this is one that I am happy to get rid of because it didn't work as well as I'd hoped. I have 2 sample pouches. I have the Emma Hardy Amazing Face Age Support Face Cream, as well as the Elemis Pro Definition Day Cream. I didn't really like the Elemis one. It again pilled on my skin, which seems to be a trend with a lot of skincare. The cream itself, other than that, felt really lovely. The Emma Hardy one I got a lot of use out of, and my skin did enjoy it a lot, but it's expensive. And I am currently very content with my Lush one, and I don't see myself changing. I finished a lip oil. This is from Clarins. It's their Instant Light Lip Oil in the shade Honey, or colour, whatever. This was decent. It's a good lip oil, and I enjoyed using it, but Clarins tests on animals, and if they hadn't done that, I would have considered repurchasing this in one of the other shades, because I'm curious about the mint and the raspberry one, I think it is. But it was fine. But I currently have a lot of lip products to get through, and it was the oldest one in the category, so I finished it. And the rest of the items in this box are products from my project pan. I finished the Makeup Mecca Brow Wow Pencil in Blonde. I really did grow to enjoy the colour of this, but I'm not in love with the formulation, or I should say the size. It has a teardrop shape, and I find that to be a little bit difficult to work with sometimes with my eyebrows. Sometimes it is amazing and I can get my eyebrows done in less than 60 seconds, which is unheard of for me, but a lot of the time it takes me twice as long because I have to remove parts of both eyebrows to redo, because it's just, I don't have as much control with this shape as I do with the smaller shapes that you get in the NYX Micro Brow Pencil or the Anastasia Browers, but I didn't mind using that up. I finished the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Strip. This was just a baby thing, and I enjoyed this colour a lot. It's one of my favourite colours, and I do love the Ultra Satin formulation from Colourpop, and I actually finished this a lot faster than I expected. And it's kind of funny because when I hold this up to the light, I can pretty much see through the tube. That just, it's done, and I'm gonna miss this little thing, and I am considering picking this up in a full size once my lip collection is considerably downsized, because it's a good colour, it's a good nude on my skin, and I really like the formulation. I finished the Smashbox Primer Water, finally. You can see I've been working on this since the beginning of the year, and I liked this product a lot. It's one of those steps that I find great at locking in my skincare before applying makeup. I have another one of these in one of the scents that they came out with, I think it was last time, the summer before, and I enjoy that one a lot, and I would consider repurchasing this once that one runs out, because I do enjoy that step a lot, and I felt like it's been kind of good on my skin with locking the skincare in and just prepping the skin for makeup. I finished the Revlon primer. I struggled to get product out of this in the end, and I think I struggled right away, but I got more out of it than I expected after my initial struggle. This was one of my favourite primers. It's been dethroned by the Fenty one, but I did enjoy this a lot, and there is like barely anything in here. If I could have opened this, I would have scraped this out. That's how much I love this, but I can't without breaking the bottle or myself, so I'm content with not being able to pump anything out, and I did really like that. I finished the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Concealer. I did not like this. This is just not enough coverage for my skin and has a tendency to look very cakey. There is still product in the tube, but I hate this so much that I'm not going to cut into it and try and, you know, scrape it out. It's not that good, at least not on my skin. But I finished it, and that makes me kind of happy. I finished the Tanya Bell Lip Gloss in Ice Queen. This was a clear lip gloss with golden sparkle in it. Not a big lip gloss fan, but this was a decent lip gloss. It wasn't super sticky. It gave a lot of gloss and shine, and it stayed decently put. That's really all I have to say about it. I didn't hate it, but I don't love lip gloss, and lip gloss is one of those things that unless I am willing to wear it every single day, and I absolutely love it above everything else, I will not repurchase it, and this is not one I love. I finished a Rimmel eyeshadow stick. I say finished, the product in here is so dry that it just crumbles when I try to use it, so to me that is done. It's the Scandalized eyeshadow stick in the shade Bluffing. It was a gorgeous taupe. I enjoyed using this whilst I had it, but I'm not a big cream eyeshadow person unless it is the Colourpop Super Shocks Steeler Glitter and Glows, Colourpop Jelly Shadows are the two that I have, and then there are maybe two more that are creams that I like. None of them are sticks. So I was happy to see this go because this was very old, but it did me well. My final two are the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Transparent. This is empty. I like this powder a lot, and I have another one that I am also going to hopefully finish this year or next year. They are amazing powders. Sadly, Rimmel tests on animals, and if they hadn't, I would have repurchased this over and over again. I did come to an issue towards the end where my style of makeup has kind of changed over the months of this year. I've become more fond of lighter coverage, more natural looking makeup, and this has a tendency to be a little bit too heavy for that. It's great if you want full coverage because the powder has some coverage on its own and it's good at keeping me matte, but it hasn't been perfect for every single look I've been doing. It's been looking a little bit heavy sometimes, but I did still very much enjoy it, and it is one of those powders that I am going to miss a little bit. once they're out of my collection. And the final item in my box is the Bobbi Brown corrector in Extra Light Bisque. It's empty. This was amazing. I loved this so much. And I've had this for an embarrassingly long time of about 4 years. So it was about time that it was going, but I really enjoyed this. This worked great under my eyes. It's the perfect tone for a colour corrector for my under eyes, where it is just enough peach in it to correct the blue and purple that I get, especially in the inner corner and outer corner, but it's not so dark that it looks obvious. I can get away with wearing just this on my under eyes and loving how it looks. I understand that this is gone, but I really enjoyed the months that I spent pretty much wearing this every time I wore makeup. And I'm going to miss it. And that was my May and April empties. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know my schedule. I was hoping this year to put out a video every single Friday. I haven't been able to keep with that. I don't know when that routine is going to actually kick into place, but I'm hoping next week to be able to post either the June, it's June, Anya, not May, the June product pan update, or my powder foundation routine, which I had filmed weeks ago whilst my hair was still long. If not, I'm probably just living life trying to stay afloat, but you will see from me again soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Bye!